Gamer Braves. What's up everyone, this is Juan Emerald from Game Braves. Not feeling so good today, so no camera. But we got to have some hands-on with Wild Hearts. Thought I'd talk about it a bit. So for those of you who don't know, Wild Hearts is the Monster Hunter-like made by Koei Tecmo and co-published with EA. Now, it shouldn't surprise you that I love Monster Hunter. I think it's one of the best games ever, and it accidentally became a good live service game because it's actually about gameplay and not about just, re-rolling for loot or whatever. But it's also the only game of its genre. I mean, we had Dauntless a while back, but I haven't heard anything about that, and the little bit that I did play of Dauntless was, suffice to say, not great. So I think Wild Hearts is really gunning for a good position here, because if they can stick this landing, it's going to be really good for them. And that's not to say it's gonna run Monster Hunter out of business either. I think this is a very Pepsi Coke situation, because as you know, Koei Tecmo also published Nioh, and Nioh somehow went from Dark Souls competitor to a niche within a niche, where if you like the Nioh style, then you play Nioh. If you like Dark Souls styles, you play any of the Souls games. So Wild Hearts is definitely in a good position to do that to Monster Hunter, because it very much feels like the Nioh to Monster Hunter's Dark Souls. The combat in Wild Hearts is very aggressive compared to Monster Hunter, for example. Most of the weapons that we got to try out have some sort of spirit meter mechanic to them. Some sort of gimmick that activates when you attack enough. The basic weapon they gave you, the Karakuri Katana, literally has a new moveset if you can fill up its meter. Same thing with the Bladed Wagasa, which is just the umbrella, by the way. Shout out to the umbrella for being amazing. It's literally got the spirit meter from Monster Hunter, and as it fills up, your attacks do additional hits. It's freaking great. It also has a parry, which you can cancel any move into, so you never have to stop attacking with it. You can just keep attacking and then parry and then keep moving after that. You never have to do the Dark Souls walk of shame where you run back and start strafing waiting for an opening. We also got to try out the bow. The bow has two main firing modes. It has a fast fire mode, which works like sticky ammo in Monster Hunter, and then it's got a charge shot mode, which detonates all the sticky shots in one go. It's really good, and again, it's a very aggressive weapon. None of these weapons really have defensive moves. Even the parry on the umbrella is just a means for you to take a break while attacking. At no point are you meant to parry and then, get some room. It's you parry and you keep hitting them with your umbrella. So you may be wondering, how does defense work in this game? Well, we haven't seen all the weapons yet, but none of the weapons we've seen had any shields or anything, because the game uses a building system. It's called the Karakuri system. The way the Karakuri system works is that you can build constructs, kind of like Fortnite. You can wipe out Tomato Town if you so desire. The most basic Karakuri you can build are like boxes and stuff, and monsters can hit them and they will protect you from damage. You also have combo Karakuri. You're only given one in the hands-on, where if you build 6 crates, it turns into a bulwark, and it's designed to be a huge wall that this particular monster that you fight, they're called Kemono, by the way, in the game. This particular Kemono, called the King Tusk, if the King Tusk hits the bulwark, it will collide and then it'll knock itself down and you get some free hits. Also, a thing the game teaches you very early on is you can also build the crate and jump off it to get some free plunging attacks. So as you know, plunging attacks are the most powerful attack in any game. So if you look at the bottom of the screen, there's a little number there. That's the Karakuri meter. You can get Karakuri strings by harvesting them from the overworld. You get a special vision that tells you where they are. Or you can do my favorite thing, which is beat them out of the monster, because after you break certain damage thresholds, you will get some Karakuri strings as well. Hitting their weak points will also enable you to use what's called the Hunter's Arm, which lets you just rip the strings out of their body. This is very satisfying to do because it also goes over your maximum limit of 12 strings, and is great for building the bigger Karakuri that you see. The game also has a second type of Karakuri. They're called like Dragon's Karakuri. These are more installations that are meant to be used for like your non-combat stuff. So you have like a tower that can spot the Kemono's location, and you also have the zipline. And speaking of the zipline, the game has also decided that, you know what, you can't be trusted to not fire this into the monster, so they just let you do it, and it's supposed to stop them from running away. I would not recommend building multiple of them because they have their own resource that they eat, and it requires you to explore the world to basically have enough memory. What's really neat is that unlike traps in Monster Hunter, these do stay on the field. Like, you can run away from the area and come back and it will still be there. They don't despawn like a trap. So you can, in theory, you can gentrify an entire hunting area, because like one of the ones you get is like a springboard that's supposed to remove the sap from you, and so you can just fill the area with springboards so that whenever you do get covered in sap, bam, you're free. Good job. I'm really excited for Wild Hearts. Like, what we've played of it is really good. Admittedly, do not make a one-to-one comparison of it to Monster Hunter, because it is a good match for Monster Hunter World, but not so much Rise, because it does not have Rise's like insane mobility options, and it also does not have as many moves as the Monster Hunter games. Instead, look at it as a game that was given the same brief as Monster Hunter and is doing what it can do with it. Kind of like the same way you'd look at, you know, Dark Souls and Nioh. So once you look at it like that, you realize that Wild Hearts is actually a really solid game. And I really want to see this game succeed, because the hunting genre could always use more competition. I want to see them come up with new things. You know, both games will be better from this. Anyways, that's just a very quick summary of my thoughts of Wild Hearts. If you like this slightly more chill, kind of just walk and talk with Juan Emerald from Game Braves, let us know in the comments. Please don't say things like, hey, I'm glad your face is on camera this time. You'll make me cry, and it's very hard to record these if I'm crying. This is Juan Emerald from Game Braves. Take care, guys. Hey there! Thank you so much for watching our videos. Don't forget to give us a subscribe if you'd like to see more, and like so we know what kind of content you want to see. Got suggestions for new content? Let us know in the comments below too. Thank you so much again for watching. Take care, dudes.